Hello everybody, my name is Sargon, Destroyer of Worlds, and welcome to Cities Skylines. Now, I must admit, I have been a fan of games such as SimCities for a very long time, but I did leave the series after its rendition in 2013 when it was online only, and I've only recently discovered Cities Skylines. So this here is a nice highway sweeping through the countryside. As we turn the corner, we come along this nice interchange, but this is not where we're starting. And as we sweep around this corner, we can see a rail line coming into view, coming upon another interchange. As we sweep and rotate around over the bridge, this is where we are starting our new city. So this is our starting square here. You can see a nice forested area with a river going around it. So we only have the one access point here to start with, but that's okay. So let's dig in. Let's get started. So I'm going to zoom in here. Come on down. You're the next contestant on Let's Build a City. So what we are going to do here to make this easy, we're going to connect this road, allow us to get that centered. Come down a bit. We got our highway here. Nice little one-ways. Technically not the highway road, but good enough to get started. And let's make sure we fix that there. Now what I'm going to do to save a little money at the start, come all the way over here, and we're going to take this gravel road. Get back to this. We're going to come down just a little bit. Maybe to about here. I'm going to come across this way. Come across this way. We are going to build a roundabout here. So let's use our roundabout tool. Yeah, that should do. Back to our roads. Now I want to be in a bit. That should be good enough. And we're going to go and we're going to start a grid. We're going to go 200, let's say by 300. And we're going to repeat that a few times. Make sure we are bang on with our angles. Not going to build too much, but we're going to get things started on this side. Now my plan is this side is going to be residential. I'm going to try to mimic that's 340. It's not 340. That's Should be this first node here, so this guy. So once again, we're going to repeat the same grid. And that's going to allow us to repurpose this later on if we wish. Now what we're not going to do is we're not going to connect this here because that would put a junction way too close to that area there. Now what we will do is we're going to get our water going. So we will place that over here. Put our water pipes under the roads. And that is because that's where they belong. So for those that are watching this are already probably familiar with another YouTuber who is a city planner. And his philosophy is pipelines or water pipes go underneath roads or right-of-ways. So check him out, City Planner Plays. Awesome YouTuber, check him out. But that is definitely where I've picked up this as opposed to just plotting them under whatever road. Now, the other thing we're going to need here is water treatment. Or sewage treatment, I should say. And we're going to start off fairly friendly. We're going to use this eco one here. We'll connect that as well. The other thing we now need is electricity. We will start with a coal power plant. And then what we're going to do is we're going to jump across here, bring it down. And we're going to need some residential. So these blocks here will be residential. Oops, sorry, I lied. That is not true. I do intend for this to be a main street, at least to start. So we're going to put that there, a little bit of commercial. Oh, and our little guy missed, so let's do that. So let's get things rolling here. In a nice little new city. And we will actually have to, excuse me, we're going to have to jump that there. While we're waiting for the city to grow, we're going to plot in some land, and I've already started this off wrong, haven't I? I come across 300, 200, yes I have. So there's going to be a little bit of already early destruction. That's not good when your budget is already tight. My OCD here to start is not going to allow me to let that go. So now this commercial won't fill in because we don't have any demand for any commercial or anything else at this point. Now, as you can see down here, we have a lot of people coming in. And we're trying to get to our first goal, which is Little Hamlet, which is 380 people on this particular map, which will give us access to a whole bunch of services. Oh, we've got some people needing water. I did not extend my pipes all the way out. That is my fault. And along with that, I did not put these underneath the roads. And I have not. I did connect. That's all connected. Oh, I know what's going on here. I missed connecting that. There's a lot of unhappy people losing money, but that'll be solved. Sorry, folks. There you go. Apparently, electricity is good. Let's get that. Now we're starting to have demand for industrial, so people are moving in, but they need jobs. So what we will do is we will put industrial here. Now the thing is, I am going to try to limit putting industrial along this road for now, because I will expand it at some point. And I do want to be mindful of the amount of traffic coming in and out. So we're just going to do that for now. In fact, I'm going to cheat a road down here at some point. So let me just remove that. Actually, I can put that road in. I'm going to come in, turn off road guidelines. There we go. And that will allow me to put a little bit of industrial right there as well. We're losing money. So what we need to do is get more citizens in here. Continue with our grid. I'm going to change that up in a second, but let's do that. Get that all the way over. We need people. We need to get to 380. Use a little more commercial. There we go. Little Hamlet. So with Little Hamlet, we can now do our taxes, which we'll change there in a second. Loans. Not looking to take out any loans at this point. But with becoming a Little Hamlet, we do get some more services that are being demanded by our citizens, such as the medical clinics, schools, recycling, landfill, a couple different school types. So what we will do, we're going to slow things down here. It slowed it down for us. We will put in, before I forget, this little bit of commercial. But before we grow too big, let's expand this another block down. There we go. And we're going to come in and go to education first. Now this is like a small little hamlet. So let's start with a building that would kind of fit in at this point. Put that one there. And then we need a little medical center, medical clinic. Both look good. But let's go with this one over here. We're gonna move that. Let's put that there. And I mentioned we're going to do something with taxes. So we're going to come in here, and at this point, our little hamlet can easily handle a 12% tax. So there we go. I do want to save some room for... Oh, let's get things started again. Unpause. For some parks along here. I also want to put in an interesting road. We are going to do I'm not liking that too much. Oh, and I picked the wrong road entirely. It's like, what was going on there? And it was a whole lot of shenanigans. That is not designed to be a collector. That there. Okay, so we've got a road going along there. Now that is still not going to stop me from putting in my grid. We're going to come down another... What's going on here? What's going on there? What? There we go. Too short. That's why I have had the wrong thing on. So 200, And I still have the wrong thing on. Let's fix that. There we go. And we will connect that there. And we better get putting in residential that's demanded. Nice little overlap. Connect that there just in case. Now I want to leave. Oh, and I did it again. And not in a good, fun Britney Spears kind of way. And that's because I was having a whole bunch of problems because I was on the freeform road as opposed to the straight road. Make sure my construction costs are 200 by 300. Oops, and I need to get rid of that little bit left. And that means I do not... I probably should not have gone through that, because now I have to remove all of that. But it's done. It is done. We're gonna fix that for now. Going to do is try to leave some space, because what we will need to do... Oh, we're having a garbage problem. Ah, yes! Completely forgot, slipped my mind. Uh-oh. I want to put in a recycling center, but I do not have the space, or sorry, the money. So what we're going to have to do and put in a landfill, which we will put in temporarily. And then remove. So we'll put him in for now. Because we do want to keep our citizens happy. We do not want them getting sick. Because the Cherry residents, a lot of garbage, you guys. A lot of garbage. As well as the Birch residents. But that is just something we will deal with as I get more money. So while we are waiting for the city to grow, we will add in residential. I want to do, I'm going to park probably there, but not there. And this guy is just out of reach of our water pipes. So we'll do that. I think the last thing we will do before we just do a little more zoning. We will put all this residential in here. You know, I do want a little bit of a corner store area, but we don't have any demand for residential, but I don't want to forget. So I am going to put in a small square of, of commercial, just so people can have a little corner store. Ah, there we go. Big wok of money coming in here. We get a police, fire department, access to forestry and self-sufficient buildings, organic and local produce, and as we mentioned here, fire and police. So with things slowed down, what we're going to do is we are going to put in a little corner store here. Not here though. Let's take that out. Because what I want to do, we are going, maybe starting here. So these guys here are going to here. Self-sufficient buildings. There we go. Now we have demand for some industrial. We will do that, but what I want to do before we get too far down in the game, or in the city building here, I want to get rid of this landfill. See, it's only 1% full. So while that is emptying, come back over here. Make sure all our guidelines are on. And we will add a little more industrial. Now before we do that, we should be able to rely upon power jumping. Let's hope. I didn't really look, and the answer was no. So we are going to there we go. So this is now empty. We could move it, but we're just going to delete it. Come to Mr. Bulldozer, and yes, gone. So let's just double check. We got a lot of great electricity. In fact, one of the little budget tricks we can do is reduce this here. So produce a little less. Let's just make, oop, a little too much. With 80%. There we go, that's good. Check with water. We can reduce that a little bit. See if it goes through another cycle. Reduce it a little more. There we go. Because we do want to try to make as much money as possible while we're growing our city. Now we do have some city services to look at providing. We will start with the firehouse as soon as we can. We do not yet have access to parks, which is once we get past our Worthy Village up to a little tiny town, we do get access to our landscaping, which is where our parks, here our parks and plazas are, plus landscaping for trees and whatnot, pass and things of that nature, and a whole bunch of new policies. So that's our goal. So let's work towards that. As we got our little town village here underway, got some spots left. But what we will do as I spin around, spinorama. Now what we'll do is we will, oops. Britney Spears is here once again. Oops, I did it again. Don't worry, folks. There will be no singing on this channel here. That's probably most of the lyrics that I know. We will expand this over. And we will, once again, just little cross section of commercial amongst the residential. Do that again here. Got nice little self-sufficient buildings here. And we can now place our first firehouse. That's the full fire station. We get a little later. Got 2 versions of it. But we will place this fire station still relatively close to this area up here. Make a whole lot of residents happy. Provide not really any coverage there. We got a lot of fire hazards. Crime rate is 15%. Oh no, that's not good. People will not move into this area with that high of a crime rate. Oh, they will, just a little bit. 67. So let's watch this city grow. So we've got more money now, thanks to a really good budget of making about $2,600 here. We are missing our police station, and we do need to add some other things like this one. Like I say, a little old school right now. We're a nice little new village. Let's put that in here. Ah, parks. This is something I was waiting for. So we have our school here. And that small park. There we go. Let's put in that. Now, what I will do is I'm going to turn off my snap twos. Little path. Not that's 100% necessary. Oops, come back here. Oh, power. We're having a power problem. Let's pause the game. And this is a problem when you play with your budget just a little too much. So let's have a look. See, we're on the yellow. But as my city's been expanding, we will crank this back up to 100. While we're here, we'll check the water availability. We're going to need more sewage treatment. We'll do that right now. We will come through here. We will continue with our equal inland. Try to minimize all the pollution. Should have made these a little bigger. So we will find a better spot. And it's not there. There it is there. Okay, and now we just need to connect that. So let's unpause the game. We should start now seeing all that go away. There we go. Perfect. Now, the other things I have not placed, which I don't have. No, I did place one. Sorry, I did place the medical clinic. Perfect. I was trying to place parks. I did get one in there. And I think what we will just try to do, I think I have it. Just need to find it. Is the dog park. I think it's an asset I currently have available. The question is whether I can afford it. There we go. So these are really nice, going to be really nice homes along here. We're going to try to make them just a little bit nicer. And we're going to put a dog park in very close proximity to them. Now we do need to add a little more residential, a little more commercial, a little bit of everything actually. But what we're going to do first is we are going to turn all our guidelines back on. And connect that there. Make this a bit of a town square up here. I'm going to put a little row of residential up here. We will expand this area here a little bit more. And we will place more residential along here. Check to make sure our water is still all good. We're making money. We've got about 1,400 people. Double check. Okay, so we've got a small little water problem, and that is because when I expanded this area, I forgot to connect them and you. That's fine. Now, the other thing I want to do while we're trying to balance our needs for our new little community is I'm going to add some more industrial. Oops, this one, industrial. Once again, we're going to try to continue with leaving a strip away from the main road. But we can fill in some of this here. Now, in a future episode, I'm going to come back. I got a whole bunch of great farmland here, forestry. And one of the things I forgot to mention, I am Canadian, and I do believe in leveraging the resources you have to ensure you have a prosperous community. So I have no problem using agriculture, which Canada's obviously has a lot of, forestry, another big export of ours, as well as oil and ore. So we will do some of that. Now, I think the two biggest ones on this map are forestry and farmland, so that will definitely play into things here in the future. And while we're waiting for the city to build up just a little bit more, adding a little more residential here, coming in. Don't think that will do anything. Add some space here. Come back. Once again, not the small park. We will add. What will we add? That's too big. Not feeling that at this point. Maybe another dog park for the folks over here. And we will add in, off all this. We will add in a little path. And while we're waiting for things and also prepare to meet some more demand, we will expand our network here, our road network, sorry. Another couple blocks. So I could put a road in there. I think I'll leave that as a bigger block. And something is a little off here. Do that just to make sure. It should be fine. It's just the train. That's all it is. Now, the reason why I'm laying out the road network is, one, it gives me something to do while we're waiting for things to grow, but also, more importantly, it just helps start with the planning of the area, which you can't easily do otherwise. Okay, so we've got this area built out, but what I want to do as well, let's make sure we meet some of our residential needs. We will need another school here in a hot minute, so let's put one over here, and we're going to try to put a... So let's place the park first. Let's see if I can place the park that I want. Let's do that. And then we'll come in. We will place our school right there. So that should make everybody happy. And let's add a whole bunch more residential to meet the demand. Oh, and we need water. We forgot to extend our city services all the way down. That's not going to make people happy. Let's fix that problem right away. And we got this little guy right here. There we go. Need workers. Well, we've got people moving in. We're making money. Almost 4,000. Get off this view. Oh, power. Slow things down. In fact, let's stop it. We're having a power problem. So we'll come up here. We're on the verge of basically brownouts. We've got 42 megawatts consumed versus the 40 production. Now, if I come here, I would prefer to add another coal power plant versus this, because that only gives me 0 to 8. And I will show you the challenge with this map is in the area I can build, I can really only get 5 megawatts. Now, if I come here, it's 8, but even then, you know, that's really the sweet spot. And I need 19,000 before I can get another coal power plant. So our solution is going to be budget. All things, let's throw some money at this problem. Get the game unpaused. See this go through a cycle. Hopefully this solves our problem. Oh, it's still not. Crank it all the way up. So we're going to have to be mindful and really watch our spending at this point because we need another power plant, some more electricity, because we have all this new development that's coming in. You know, these guys need workers, not enough workers. I understand that. I don't think... I don't think we can do much until we can get that money, which won't take us too long. So let's zip right through this while we wait for the money to come in. Okay, slow things down. We can now add our power plant. We'll add you right there. Which means we can also take the opportunity to get rid of these power lines. You as well, if I'm not mistaken. And you. And then we can come in here. Fill that up. Now we're gonna leave that there because I'm gonna need some more eco inland water treatment plants. Now before I forget too, let's bring this budget down to something normal. We don't need 150. Bring this back up to 100 while we're at it. There we go. Perfect. So now we have all the power that we need. We have all the water that we need to fuel this development. While we're waiting for that, and we're about to hit it, so let's close it. 2194. There we go. Boom. Boomtown. So we do get access to things like transport taxis, tourists. I think we're still a little junior of a city before we need that. Ferries, which may come into play. Bus, some policies, whole bunch of new assets, including some that I've downloaded for interchanges, and a whole bunch of new roads, which I think we do not really need at this point, although we will do some things. So really not a lot of new buildings, but we do get some new services here that we can use. And the next one will be Busy Town, which gives us new policies, a whole bunch of new roads, trolley bus, bigger fire stations, police headquarters, oil power plants, bus stations, and a whole bunch of other cool little things. I like this one here, riding stables, geothermal plants, a whole bunch of other stuff, a whole bunch of other assets here, which we do not need at this exact moment. Why, thank you very much, folks. I really hope you've enjoyed this first episode of this yet to properly named city. That will appear in episode 2. But we have this nice little bustling community of great residents, some commercial activity, and over on this side of the bridge, an industrial zone. A little bit murky and a little bit yucky, but we will see what we can do about that over time to clean that area up. So thank you for watching, everybody. Please like the video, please subscribe, and we will see you next time. Bye for now.